For those of you on the live stream, hello. We just want to let you know services are going to begin a little bit later. We had a nice meal outside, and so services are about to begin in about 5 minutes or so. So if you're on the live stream and you're expecting services to start, they are going to happen in just about 5 minutes. Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
You know what was really cool is that I saw Rabbi Keller from my home in Cooper City. And he was here. It was amazing.
I can see him from space.
I'm all with the neon lights.
Yeah, but yours is still dark. Yours is like, whoa, if I look his way, I'm like, you know how when you look at a light and then you blink and you see the light? If I look at his jacket and then I start blinking and I see his jacket.
There you go. We gotta get you a funky jacket next year.
I do. I actually have another tie. This is the one I got from SLJ.
That is a great tie.
And I have my own.
They gave you a tie? That's cute. This year?
Yeah, like 2 days, yesterday.
Oh my god, really? So sweet. They gave me a like glass plate.
Hanukkah plate though?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We were like talking about like how so my former congregation. We did my former congregation, and it was a bill. Trust me, it was like $50,000-$60,000 bill. And it was like we had all my people on the finance and how. Yeah, thanks for telling me. This is so exciting.
I tried.
I'm overwhelmed. And I was like this, and I was just giving like looking at you like this.
We'll have to figure something out though because they want to play, they want to sing, they want to. Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. You are? On January 19th.
Now I feel bad.
I was going to say.
I'll just come in. I'll pick out. I guess I'll start playing.
Test, 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 test. 1, 2. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Hello.
Shabbat Shalom.
And happy Hanukkah.
Chag Sameach.
So exciting. Our 12th night of Hanukkah together. What? It's not.
I've had 12 days of latkes.
Oh, so many latkes. How many people have not yet had a latke? What? You have not had a latke? Now we know what to do after the service. All of you who raised your hand, we're going to watch you eat a latke tonight. I don't even like latkes, and I had
How do you
latkes.
not like latkes?
I don't like latkes. I don't like them. I don't know why. I'm not a latke guy. We have this conversation all the time. I'm not really sure that I'm.
But you're an ugly Hanukkah jacket guy.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Are you able to see my jacket, by the way?
From Cooper City.
Is anyone having trouble seeing my jacket?
I think the
Yes.
Cantor's just jealous because the two of us look so
I am
cool.
so not
look at
jealous.
this. Look at
So
this.
not jealous.
Rabbi Khan is wearing also the fall fashion of Hanukkah. Hers is elegant, though. You have to also take a
you.
closer look. There's also Chinese food. Not that she's eaten left on it. I'm saying there's actually
The
images of
pictures,
Chinese
there's
food.
dreidels, menorahs,
So-
and Chinese food.
And then there's Cantor Muchnick.
I'm wearing a tie.
He's wearing a tie. That if you look really, really closely, has a Chanukkah on it. So we are very festive.
And a blue kippah.
And a blue kippah. That's nice.
And my tallis is blue.
And your tallis is blue. That's nice. That's good.
Hey.
So if you didn't know, that's Cantor Muchnick. This is Rabbi Khan and Rabbi Keller. Hello and welcome. We are thrilled that you're here with us. Either it's your 100th time or your first time. We're so happy that you're here, not just for Shabbat, but also to celebrate Hanukkah with us. We know that it is a time of year where it's dark outside and the brightness can grow from each and every one of us and from our lights of our Chanukiah. So we are happy that you are here to help bring this light into our congregation and into our community as we continue with our service. If it is your first time here also, or just as a reminder, your prayer books are under your seat. So just reach under your seat. They should be right there. Reach right under. Hey, well done. And reach right under. The prayer book should be right there. If there's not one under your seat, particularly, maybe look one seat over. Maybe they missed one, or we missed one. It was misplaced. One seat over. But look underneath there. You should have a prayer book. It should say Mishkan Tefillah on the cover, and it should also say Shabbat. If yours says weekday and festival, don't use that one. Give that one to someone else, and you take the Shabbat one, because it's Shabbat, so we're gonna use the Shabbat one. Also, hello to you on our live stream. Thank you for your a little bit extended patience to start our service. We had an incredibly fabulous meal outside. We didn't think that there was enough carb load in Hanukkah, so there was a delicious pasta dinner. Made by our VIP caterers, so a shout out to them also. So we were eating outside al fresco in the cool weather of Florida as it dropped below 70. Yes. We are going to light lights, but we are going to sing first before we light those lights, and we're going to sing a little O Hanukkah to get us in the mood. So sing along and with us. 365 in your Siddur. 365.
ימי החנוכה, חנוכה, מקדשנו בגיל ושמחה, ממלאים להיבנו, לילה והיום סביב אויבינו יסוב, סוף גניות נאכל גם לרוב, העירו, הליקו, נרות חנוכה רבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים.
table will give you a treat. Save young to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
Now we're going to be lighting our Hanukkah candles and then our Shabbat candles. We cannot light our Shabbat candles first and then Hanukkah candles, because once you light Shabbat candles, you can't light any more candles. So we're going to be lighting our Hanukkah candles first, and then we're going to be lighting our Shabbat candles. And to light those candles, we are inviting the clergy to do that.
We want to pray it first.
Yeah. Well, we want to light. We'll light it, and then we'll do the shamash. Yeah. Great. Great. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Chanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu b'yamim hahem b'zman hazeh.
We're official. They are lit. The middle one, look, it's broken.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying that. I can hear you.
She
Everyone's
broke.
like, oh, the middle one's broken. But it's
I though, so it was like.
but it's functional. It's functional. It's taller than the other candles. We're totally fine. It looks beautiful. It looks very nice. You did a great job.
It's getting ready for Pesach.
Nice. That was a reach, but it was very good. That
It's
was
there.
very good. That
It's
was
there.
very good.
Everyone forgot about your jacket for a second.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That was a good one. Well played. Well played. And you're probably right. Just for that moment. Now that our Hanukkah candles are lit, we can light our Shabbat candles. That's on page 2. Now you turn back in your Sidurim on page 2. It's a pleasure to invite our president of our congregation, Sharon Landau, to be lighting our Shabbat candles for us. Again, page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvot
It's on these beautiful nights of Chanukkah that we get to fill our lives with the warmth and the light of not just the 2 candles of Shabbat, but the candles also of Chanukkah. And so we really get to bring in these days, these blissful days, these thoughtful days that we have about miracles and the appreciation of miracles that happened for our ancestors before, and God willing will continue to happen for us on these many days, and also the sanctity of Shabbat that officially has begun now since our sun is down and our candles are lit. And so our special time, our 25 hours of time are sacred, and now we get to exhale and appreciate Shabbat beginning for us as we sweeten that time with Kiddush, which can be found on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim ki vanu vacharta viltanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'v'ratzon Hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Outside of the order, a little bit of Shabbat, we're going to throw in some extra Hanukkah, some extra Hanukkah into our midst. So we're going to continue with a little. Is this Hanukkah? Is that what we're doing? Oh, Chanukkah. So that's not in your book, but it's going to be fun to hear Rabbi Cantor Muchnick, Rabbi, you wish, Rabbi. Yeah, Cantor Muchnick sing. Do you?
But do I?
Do you?
I don't know.
So we're on page. Whatever he's on in his binder. We continue with Chanukkah.
Chanukkah, Chanukkah, Chag yafe kol kach, or chaviv misaviv, gilei yled rach. Chanukkah, Chanukkah, sevivon sof sof, sof sof sof, sof sof sof, mana'im batov. Chanukkah, Chanukkah, Chag yafe kol kach, or chaviv misaviv, gilei yled rach. Chanukkah, Chanukkah, sevivon sof sof, sof sof sof, sof sof sof, mana'im batov. Neli, neli, neli dakik, b'Chanukkah neri hadlik, b'Chanukkah neri yahir, b'Chanukkah shirim ashir, b'Chanukkah neri yahir, b'Chanukkah shirim nashir. Neli, neli, neli dakik, b'Chanukkah neri hadlik, b'Chanukkah neri ya'ir, b'Chanukkah shirim ashir, b'Chanukkah neri ya'ir, b'Chanukkah shirim ashir.
Our God and God of our ancestors, during this festival of Hanukkah, we recall the heroism and devotion of the Maccabees, who first taught the Jewish people, and through them the whole world, the meaning of religious freedom. Thank you for their inspiration. We dedicate ourselves to carry on in their spirit as we rise to praise you with Baruch Hu, which can be found on page 28.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada lai lai lai, 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 yada lai lai lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam moed, le'olam moed. La 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 la, 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 la 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 la
Above every ark in every synagogue, there burns a light, an eternal light, that reminds us that God is always present. As we recite the Shema, we look at that light over our ark, and it reminds us that God gives meaning to our lives. Page 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
You may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. God, you are the one creator of all living things, and we are all your children, born to worship you in freedom. With your help, our people has won its freedom many times, and we have survived all those who hope to destroy us. Therefore, we must work for the freedom of all, so that everyone can rejoice just as our ancestors did when they went free from Egyptian bondage. Like them, we give thanks to you and sing with joy. Page 40, Micha Mocha.
continue with the words of Hashkivenu, which can be found on page 42 if you want to start to head there. Hashkivenu, of course, is this blessing where God was asked by our forefathers and foremothers to take care of them, to watch over them, to guard them, particularly from enemies and illness and war, on sort of the large meta level, but even on the small, tiny level. They asked for protection at nighttime because night was scary. As we look outside, particularly now in this time of year, it gets dark very early, and our ancestors didn't have the access to electricity like we do now, and so sometimes those walks home from synagogue or those walks home from friends' houses were in the dark. And they didn't have the lights that we have. What they did have, though, were the lights within themselves, the lights within their communities that drove them to feel that protection with their community, to feel that protection from God. And so on this night, on this festival of lights, where we celebrate the light that fills us, we seek to think of that darkness as not being so dark, maybe as not so scary, because we have these lights surrounding us as we continue with not only Hashkivenu, but with the tune of Hashkivenu from Dan Nichols, who is going to be visiting us. We keep advertising his name. We have been for months, but it is around the corner now. And so everyone sitting here in the room, on February 24th, in this very space, Dan Nichols, who is an incredibly well-known, well-loved teacher and musician, is going to be here in our midst Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a concert. And so this will be masterfully sung and played by Cantor Muchnick. But the music and the words are by Dan Nichols, and so he will help us this night to think of how we can continue to bring light into our darkness. We're on page again 42.
From hatred, not with hatred.
From.
Yes.
From.
Yes.
With one M.
Yes.
We continue with the Amidah, page 46. Together we stand.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Ha'gibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Koneh HaKol, V'Zocher Chaste Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevii Gilha Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים מרופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים. ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות, מי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim mechol yom yahalalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We continue silently now with our own silent prayers, thoughts, and meditations, beginning here on page 52 through page 62. When you're finished, please be seated. There are also in these sections additions for Chanukkah, so please make sure that you note them as you go through page 52 through page 62. continue on page 60.
Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Betzor beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim
There is a story told of a man who had 3 sons. As he was uncertain to which son he would entrust with his business, with his future, he devised a test. He took his 3 sons to a room which was empty, and he said to each of them, "Fill this room as best you can." The first son got to work immediately. He called in bulldozers and earth-moving equipment and workers and shovels, and they got right to work. By the end of the day, the room was filled, floor to ceiling, wall to wall with earth. However, as the earth settled, they discovered that the room was only mostly filled. And now there were sections that could be seen. The room was cleared, and the second son was given his chance. He was more of a numbers, office working guy, and so he had lots of access to paper and boxes and files and archives and records. And so he decided to find all those things from all these years, and he filled the room with lots and lots and lots of papers from floor to ceiling, wall to wall. But once again, as the papers sat for a while and they settled, everyone realized that the room was also not completely filled. Again, the room was cleared, and the third son was given his turn. He seemed very relaxed and didn't appear to be gathering or collecting anything at all for which to fill the room. He waited until nightfall and then invited his father and the family to join him in a room. Slowly, he opened the door and closed it behind them. The room was pitch black, engulfed in darkness.
He took something out of his pocket. It was a candle. He lit the candle, and suddenly the entire room was filled with light. Every crevice was filled, and there wasn't a single part of the room that wasn't touching the light. It was completely filled. Just from that one single candle in the darkness. The third son, of course, won. The third son also helps us to understand how to fill spaces and vacuums in our lives. He knew that he knew about emptiness and darkness. He understood that, and he also knew how to bring light to the darkness. He taught us perhaps that Torah is light, that community is light, that love is light, that our friendship is light, and that Shabbat candles and Hanukkah candles brighten and bring radiance to us and our community. With one tiny, simple candle, can fill a whole room with light and dispel that darkness. And so there is an Israeli song that I was taught. My mom is sitting right there. There's an Israeli song that was taught to me about dispelling darkness. And it says, Banu choshech legaresh, beyadenu or va'esh, kol echad hu or katan, vechulanu or eitan. Surah choshech al hashchor, surah mipnei haor. Which simply says, we can drive away the darkness. In our hands is a single light, a single fire, but everyone's a small light, a small fire, and together we bring about a mighty light. Light, fight the darkness, fight the blackness, fight against the dark, essentially. And so each and every one of us might be our own soul candle. Dispel it, and that's all we need. It fills the room, every crevice, every space. But if you take your candle and your candle and your candle and my candle and our candle, we become so powerful to bring brightness and light to this world. Chanukkah, like we mentioned, is this dark part of the year. And if you are unfortunately watching the news, there's a darkness that might be falling on some of our community as well, as you pay attention to what's happening around. But we can bring the light. We can bring that light into darkness. And so I invite each and every one of us to think about this on this Chanukkah. Not just the sufganiyot, and not just the latkes, and not just the gifts, and not just the beautiful songs, and the sevivon and the dreidels, but the fact that this holiday helps us to remember not just the Maccabees and their brilliance over the Syrian Greeks, not just miracles, but also the fact that we and each and every one of us can bring light. Each and every one of us brings that light, and when we do, we are powerful, and we bring a powerful light to the world. And so on this Shabbat and on this Chanukkah, I wish you not only a Shabbat Shalom, but a Shabbat and a Chanukkah full of health and happiness and joy and lots of light. Shabbat Shalom. We think of those in our community who are in need of healing, physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. Here at CBI, we are thinking of Abigail Menjivar, Aria Benjamin Kenny, Asher Ben Karen Fay, Avraham Lev, Ben Akiva Ve Michal, Barbara Newmark, Bernice Handelman, Tina Kaplan, Bonnie Kleinman, Brian Church, Carol Porowich, Casey Daskell, Chavalea, but Esther, Shel Cutler, Chuck Curry, Daniel Bernstein, David Field, Diane Spiro, Don Friedman, Dr. Jesse Gockman, Elaine Reiner, Elliot Porwich, Esther Rhoda Kaufman, Ethel Kapner, Evelyn Greenfield, Gary Bandel, Gary Kane, Gaia Ben Yehuda Vemisha, Gloria Bernstein, Gloria Land, Gloria Plotsky, Howard Kleinberg, Howard Rosenbluth, Ira Kafka, Itza Chana, Bella Bat Rivka, Jaden Deal, Joan Seidman, John Day, Judith Dratler, Karen Coles, Krieg Marks, Larry Nagel, Les Coles, Leslie Winthrop, Lydia Nahum, Lillian Bushell, Lillian Rosenblatt, Linda Greenblatt Newworth, Mark Rosenberg, Mark Davis, Martin Edelman, Mary Galvin, Matthew Duque, Menachem Yeshua Ben Sarah, Michael Zabursky, Michelle Kingen, Naomi Kirstein, Peter Davidson, Rachel Bat Shendel, Rena Fields, Richard Rosenbluth, Richard Schenkman, Robert Kay, Robin Nagel, Ro'i Oren Ben Harav, Shoshana Yael, Shirley Kafka, Sloan Kasten, Yael Chaya Bat Chedva. To those names, we add any name that you would like to add at this time. Mishaberach, our prayers for healing can be found 253. We have some announcements for you on this Erev Shabbat, and it is a pleasure to call up to share those announcements with you, Gil Kaminer, who is our VP of Membership here at Congregation B'nai Israel, and we should give him a microphone. Who can use this? All right, use that one. All right, great. Okay.
The Leaning Tower of Shabbos. Yes, the Leaning Tower of Shabbos.
Doing well.
Thank you. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, Shabbat Shalom to all of our members and guests, and welcome to Congregation B'nai Israel. Thank you to the clergy for a meaningful and spiritual Erev Shabbat service. Now the announcements. The Torah Learning Service will be held in the chapel tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. An informational meeting for our upcoming trip to Israel this summer is on January 5th at 6:30 p.m. in the chapel, hosted by Rabbi Keller. On Sunday, January 8th at 9:15 in the morning, please come and join our clergy for coffee and conversation under the tent in the courtyard. I always come to them. They're really great. I'm not just saying that. Come, we have a good time, yes?
And there's food.
And there's food. Rabbi Keller and Rabbi Kahn's adult education classes are starting on January 11th and 12th. Make sure to go to our website for more information. And now the announcement I've been waiting to make. We are so excited that world-famous actor, singer, director Mandy Patinkin will be here at CBI on Thursday, January 6th, as our incredible Rosenthal Speaker Series continues to bring top personalities to our congregation. Tickets and sponsorships are on sale already, and you can go to our website for more details. It says here, so excited, but I'm so excited. And a lot more is happening, So please, go to our website, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thanks, Gil. You're welcome. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. What? You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. I thought you were going to do some kind of, you had a moment to do like a little bit of,
My name is Inigo Montoya.
my name is Inigo Montoya, exactly. I thought you were going to do a little bit of, if you don't know what we're talking about, you should come and hear Mandy Patinkin, because we're quoting Mandy Patinkin from Princess Bride, the best movie of all time. If you disagree, keep it to yourself. So, on behalf of our SLJ, our religious school, we are the representatives here tonight. On behalf of SLJ, there was an extremely fabulous and extremely contentious Hanukkah contest on who could make the greatest Chanukkah currently existing on the earth. And we have the winners of said contest. So we are going first to share 5, we're going to call them honorable mentions, participants. You can see all these Chanukkiot, by the way, when you exit the sanctuary and turn left, you'll see there's a table of all of them. They're proudly displayed of the incredible work of our SLJ, our religious school families. So, but these are the runner-ups, if you will. So, is Zeller family? Are you here, Zellers? No. Okay, great. We just want to make sure. All right. Lurie family, are you here? Lurie's? Okay. All right. Great. Okay. Great. This is working swimmingly. Hoffman family. There are probably 11 Hoffman families in here.
Anyone?
Anyone named Hoffman? Great. Okay. Yes, if they're not here, we get to have the gifts on. I'm just kidding. It's a latke eating contest. The O'Grady's, I didn't see the O'Grady's. The O'Grady's aren't here. Are they? No, they're not here. And that was it.
That went well.
That was perfect. So all right, those were the participants. Now the 3 winners of the contest. In 3rd place,
All right, Ryan Seacrest, just let's go.
thank you. Wow, that is an upgrade. Thank you very much. I bet he does not have this jacket, though, because he has fashion sense. In 3rd place, this is the quietest a sanctuary has ever been, ever at Congregation in Israel. In 3rd place, the Barbu family. Are they here? No, the Barbu family are not. Okay, so here. That just means that, by the way, there's still a 2nd place in the 1st place. So just saying. All right.
Those families are here.
And those families are here. So this is. Do you want to read 2nd place?
No.
You don't want to read 2nd place?
No.
Do you want to read 2nd place? Rabbi Kahn, do you want to read 2nd place? You want to read 1st place? You're not. I'm not telling them. In 2nd place, getting a beautiful ribbon and 2 beautiful gifts and bragging rights for 2nd place. the Kaminer family. Come on up, Kaminer family. We know you're here. Come on up. That's just two of you, but all right. You're not coming up. All right, great. The elders need to sleep, is what she said. Mazel tov! Woo! Mazel tov! Yes. And do you want to read first place?
I mean, it's pretty obvious right now.
Do you want to read? How about we'll say it together? 1, 2, 3. Weiss family. Yes.
We have so many gifts for you. First of all, who wants to hold the book? You got that? Okay, then can you hold this together?
You got that? You got all that, buddy?
Can you hold it together?
You got that? All right. Good. All right.
Good, hold it
You
together.
got to hold it together? All right, good. Good job. Good job, team. Good job. Watch out for the wire there. All right. Good job, team. Good job, team. Oh, yay.
It was close.
It was close. Yeah. If you like how this turned out, by the way, then great. If you don't, I didn't vote. They did. So I didn't vote this year. So if you're uncomfortable with how it turned out, or you love how it went, I'm just saying. I wasn't here, so they voted. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's the jacket speaking.
Yes. Loudly. Yes. We're going to begin to conclude our service. Right? Is that it? We're done with? I think we're done. We're going to begin to conclude our service. Aleinu. Unless someone else. There's no one else to partake in taking the gifts? Okay. Aleinu, page 282, and together we stand.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשינו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We turn our thoughts to Kaddish Yatom now, to Mourner's Kaddish. In the period of Shloshim, the immediate 30-day mourning period, we think of Sarah Herschel, Philip Bloom, Judy Agron, Annabelle Silverman, Michael McHale, Andrea Levy Goldman. And our yortzites that occur for us on this Shabbat: David Don, Ria Delano, Bernie Dugoff, Mary Farish, Shirley Grauer, Maury Kortz, Michael Lubitz, Leo Mayer, Fruma Milstein, Betty Newfield, Ethel Pearl, Elsie Plaskow, Deborah Plotnick, Kenneth Rudolph, Robert Schwaber, Sylvia Skorka, Michael Sider, Ed Siegel, Sylvia Siegel, Richard Small, Sharon Taub, William Weinstock, Iris Young, Joel Ziden, Edith Zuckerberg. To those names, we had any name that you would like to add at this time. Kaddish Yatom Mourner's Kaddish 294. Yadal v'karash me'rabah ve'alma divrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei v'chaye chon u'vyomei chon u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael
בעגלא ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו. לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen.
May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. As together we say, Amen. Please be seated. We are going to conclude our service today with a medley of Hanukkah music, some of which can be found starting on page 364. Maybe all of it? Maybe some of it. Some of it can be found on page 300, starting on page 364. Ma'ot Sur, which is the first one, is definitely on 365. So you can definitely start there. 365, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Ma'ot Sur Yeshuati lechana el Shabbat tikon Vesham toda nezabeach leitachin matbeach mitzar hamnabeach azegmor beshir mizmor chanukat hamizbeach azegmor beshir mizmor chanukat hamizbeach. Israel otan mi himne ein mechodor yakum gibor goel ha'am mi malel gurot Israel otan mi himne ein mechodor yakum gibor goel ha'am shma bayamim ahem bazman hazeh makami moshiach tell the things that befell us, who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Who can retell the things that befell us, who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Hark, in days of yore in Israel's ancient land, brave Maccabeus led her faithful band. Now all Israel must at once arise, redeem itself through deeds and sacrifice. Mi malel v'rot Yisrael otan mi yimna, ein mechodor yakum agibor goel ha'am. Mi malel v'rot Yisrael otan mi yimna, ein mechodor yakum agibor goel ha'am.
366.
Sevivon so 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 Chanukkah hu chag tov Chanukkah hu chag tov Sevivon so 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 8 nights. Sivivon, sof, sof, sof. Hanukkah, hu chag tov. Hanukkah, hu chag tov. Sivivon, sof, sof, sof.
We're bringing it home with Cantor Muchnick's favorites.
I am so mixed up that I cannot tell you. I'm sitting in the splendor turning brown. I've made friends with the onions and the flour, and the cook is scouting oil in town. Sit here wondering what will come of me. I can't be eaten looking as I do. I need someone to take me out and cook me, or I'll really end up in a royal stew. I am a latke, I am a latke, and I am waiting for Chanukkah to come. I am a latke, I am a latke, and I am waiting for Chanukkah to come. Every holiday has food so special. I'd like to have that same attention too. I do not want to spend life in this splendor, wondering what I'm supposed to do. Matzah and charoset are for Pesach, chop liver and challah for Shabbat. Blitzes on Shavuot are delicious, and gefilte fish no holidays without. I am a latke, I am a latke, and I am waiting for Chanukkah to come. I am a latke, I am a latke, and I am waiting for Chanukkah to come. It's important that I have an understanding of what it is that I'm supposed to do. You see, there are many who are homeless, with no jobs, no clothes, and very little food. It's so important that we all remember that while we have most of the things we need, we must remember those who have so little. We must help them, we must be the ones to feed. I am a latke, I am a latke, and I am waiting for Chanukkah to come. I am a latke, I am a latke, and I am waiting for Chanukkah to come. I am a latke, I am a latke, and I am waiting for Chanukkah to come. I am a latke, I am a latke, and I am waiting for Chanukkah to come.
Wow.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Now everyone can eat dinner.
Adonai oz lamoyiten, Adonai v'rech tamova shalom. May God give strength unto our people, continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace and lots of light in our lives. Shabbat shalom and happy Hanukkah. And please, the same place we ate dinner is the same place you get to go for desserts.